How you doing, man?
Yeah, we're doing all right. We're hanging in.
I didn't get to go to the event, but I know you had a big drive-in premiere for this. What
hmm
was that like for you?
It was fun. It was fun. It's not exactly what I envisioned for the first public screening of my film, but in certain ways, it was better. I think about a standard premiere and how those are just a little stuffy, and it makes me those make me a little anxious just with the red carpet and so many cameras in your face. And this one, it just felt relaxed. It didn't feel like there was a spotlight on me or the cast. It felt more like this kind of communal experience where all these people had been cooped up in their homes for so long, and it was just a bunch of movie lovers coming together and having a joint experience, which is a rare thing these days.
Yeah, I mean, I was bummed that I missed out on it. I actually just went to the drive-in for the first time last night, and I
Oh, nice.
actually just thought, and the same one you guys went to, the violin one, and it was just like it was weird to actually experience this after like 4 years of not being able to go inside a movie theater anywhere.
What'd you think about the whole experience?
I really liked it. I think that if I'm being honest, I think the Mission Tiki setup's a little bit better than the violin one.
Oh, interesting.
But I like to like add variety and kind of like see how the other ones compare. So I went
Yeah,
up to that for the first time. But
definitely.
I can see how for a premiere, and especially with like the 4 screens, I actually asked about it last night because I knew I was doing this interview. They were telling me how they shut everything down and did all 4 screens. So
It was really special, man. And like everyone leading up to it, everyone was telling me like this is a really great opportunity, and I knew it was. But then when we got there, and like I realized the magnitude of it, it was like, oh, we're taking over this whole thing, and just seeing how many cars there were, and it was like, oh, this is something that I'll always remember.
yeah, it's a very iconic thing. You'll be one of the first filmmakers to do it. I mean,
They're,
especially in this generation.
they're telling me we were the first drive-in premiere ever, so no matter what happens with the film, we always
You
got
got
that.
it. You got it. You got it. So dude, I have to ask you, I know you worked with Joe Swanberg before,
Yeah.
and I want to know though, what was it like collaborating with him?
It was great. It was great. I mean, yeah, we worked together on his TV show Easy, and we got along really well and realized that we had similar sensibilities, including our love of horror films. And so the reason I wanted to work with him on this, though, is because his main strengths lie in character and relationships. And so our goal from the beginning was let's write a tense relationship drama where the interpersonal issues between the characters are hopefully just as thrilling as the fact that there's a psycho villain lurking in the shadows. But at its core, our movie really is about these characters and their relationship, and we use the horror elements to just kind of sprinkle on top to help accentuate the problems that they're going through.
Yeah, I thought it was a very interesting concept. Again, what I love about Joe's work is that he's able to do so much with so little, which I think he passed down to you with this film. I think you have like this one like location and this just a relationship drama, but
Yeah.
you're able to create this tension and I don't know, that this fear between the characters. And I thought you did a really good job with it. You're a very promising director. I can tell you that 100%.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's something I've been wanting to do for a long time, and I think the smartest thing I did on this one was I just surrounded myself with really talented people. I really vetted the crew in an extensive way where, obviously I wanted people who were talented, but just as important to me was to be surrounded by people who were just very nice and who were going to work their asses off because as a first timer, I just needed people whose number one priority was the quality of the film and that they were going to kill themselves for this, as opposed to, some people who have been around long enough that they just want to get home to watch the basketball game or whatever.
Yeah, and I have to ask, Allison, she directed her first episode of Glow last year. She co-wrote Horse Girl,
hmm
and she was with you in a movie before as well, Little Hours.
Oh yeah.
But I have to ask you, since both of you have kind of going into these different realms now where you're stepping into writing and directing and whatnot, what was it like working with her, and what is it like directing your wife?
It's incredible. It's a little awkward to talk about because she's standing 4 feet away from me, but it was genuinely a dream. Like, we have acted together before in The Little Hours and in Disaster Artist, and so we knew that we got along really well on set, and so I had optimism going into this one, even though we were working together in a different capacity. But like, she's just so talented, and she just made my job really easy, where she really would nail it on the first take every time, and I would go up to her and be like, all right, we got that. Like, do you want to just play around and see what we can find? But in addition to that, it was just nice having her there with me. You can imagine, as a first-time director, there were moments where, I would just get in my head a little bit and I would have some self-doubt, and she was always there just to build me up and just kind of bring my confidence back up when I needed it. So yeah, I mean, we're essentially trying to do everything together now, where during the quarantine, we've now written a new script together for me to direct and for her to star in again. And this one is a romantic comedy, so a much different thing, but we want to approach it in kind of a similar way, where we just want to do kind of the more smart, elevated version of it and kind of tap back into some of the old school romantic comedies that everyone loves, like When Harry Met Sally, Sleepless in Seattle, and Pretty Woman.
I cannot wait to see it. Thank you very much for your time today. I really do appreciate it. Alison, hello. Dave, always a pleasure. And I'll catch you on the next one.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Scott.